today's Bhagavath Katha. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Pastaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamiti Namini. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasa Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare. I pay my obeisances unto the lotus feet of Srila Prabhupada. I express my all gratitudes and many praises to Srila Prabhupada for having us given us the golden opportunity to go back to Godhead. All glory to Srila Prabhupada for his wonderful devotional services to Srimati Radharani and Lord Gopinath. Hare Krishna. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. 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 In Srimad Bhagavatam, in reply to the question raised by the Munis at Naimisharanya, in first chapter, in this now we are in second chapter, the divinity and divine services. Here the Suta Maharshi starts replies to Sri Suta Maharshi to Saunaka Munis. We are in the 15th verse today. I shall repeat the verse 3 times. You please tell along with me. Then we'll go into the detailed narration. Yet anudyasina yuktaha karma granti nibandhanam chindanti kovidas tasya ko na kuryat kataratim. Yedu anudyasina yuktaha karma granti nibandhanam chindanti kovidas tasya ho na kuryat kataratim. Yed anudyasina yuktaha karma granti nibandhanam chindanti kovidas tasya ko na kuryat kataratim. Yed anudyasina yuktaha karma granti nibandhanam chindanti kovidas tasya ko na kuryat kataratim. We are in Bhagavad Gita, second chapter, 15th verse. The translation of this verse is, with sword in hand, intelligent men cut through the binding knots of reactionary work, karma, by remembering the personality of Godhead. Therefore, who will not pay attention to his message? See in this Kali Yuga, in this materialistic world, we are like the spider, it forms the web. Makkan ne jala bana deti hai. You can all understand English, na? Hare Krishna, you can come this side. You can come this side. You can understand English. So, seeing this like the spider, makda ne jala bana deta hai. In that one, lot of knots will be there. वो धूल लग गया बोल के आप झाड़ू लेके you निकाल देते. But again the spider forms another web. So that web is knotted, it's a very complicated knot. Similarly in this world, in our life by the attachment to so many material things. किसी को सोना चाहिए, किसी को मकान चाहिए, किसी को बीवी चाहिए, किसी को पति चाहिए. Like that, we are knotted in this materialistic world, and we cannot get out of this one. We should get. So this is all because of our reactionary work of karma. There is for every action there is a reaction. हर काम को उसका सफलता असफलता जो भी रहेंगे, whether it is positive or negative, reaction will be there for every karma. So we have to remembering that one to get out of this life cycle. मोक्ष पाने के लिए हमें we have to get out of this web, so-called web. The contact of the spiritual spark with material elements creates a knot which must be cut if one wants to be liberated from the actions and reactions of fruitive work. हमें इस मानव जन्म में, right from living, any living being, whether it is पशु पक्षी देवता कोई भी है, सभी लोगों को एक आयु है. वो आयु के पूर्ण होते ही again they will take another birth based on the punya or papa they have made. So no devatas or pashu pakshi they can make any punya or papa. Only we human beings, because God has given us intelligence, and we make use of extra intelligence, adding extra to that intelligence, we make use of that extra intelligence and get attached to all materialist things which are not required. Even if today we have a very huge car, it is only temporary thing. Maybe in our life we might use it for few years or few hours, few days. So, but that happiness only for temporary. Even if you use it throughout this life, that life again, because life itself is temporary, we will be we are hankering against the temporary happiness. Whether you have a huge palatial building like a palace, or you own your own flight, whatever it is, these all give happiness, temporary happiness, but at the same time we also suffer from those things. Like when you have lot of wealth, you don't eat wealth, you have to eat only the food. If you have a lot of currency, can you eat that currency, or you can eat the gold? No, you have to eat whatever food is required, which is digestible. So, though we possess so much wealth, we might be having so many other sufferings. Like we might be having diabetes, we might be having cancer, we might be suffering with BP, so many things. If BP is there, we can't take salt. If sugar is there, we can't sweets. And if cancer is there, they will be again restricted food. Like for every disease, they are restricted. Though you have huge wealth, they are all temporary and they don't give us happiness. Only the eternal happiness, again that eternal happiness is permanent, which is a liberation from this life. So we need to achieve that one. But so this material elements creates a knot which must be cut if one wants to be liberated. If we are desiring for moksha, liberation, we should cut off all these material attachments. It's not that you need to take sannyasa, renunciate everything and sit at home or sit in the temple. Nothing like that one. You be a grihastha. You follow your family life. You take care of your old parents, your children, your wife or husband, whatever it is, but with all responsibilities. You do perform all karma. If you are employed with somebody, you do justice to that employment also. You work with that. If you are an industrialist or businessman, you do your business properly. But everything you do without desiring only profits. You need profits, but for achieving that profits, if you are after those things, after that money will never come to you. Again it might come and it go away. It's all temporary. We will be suffering more. Every action, you take it positive. Never think about negativity. Never think about negativity. Always think positivity only. So, and Bhagwan के पास भी, if you want to आपका इच्छा प्रकट करना है, प्रकट कर सकते. Bhagwan might fulfill your desires or may not. Because he knows, like parents knows what they have to give it to their children at the proper time. While in childhood they give milk and food and clothes. When the schooling age comes, they send to school. Whatever like that they do. So similarly, God knows we are all His children. Here in this materialistic world, we have different parents. Each of us have different parents. But for all us, Vasudhaiva Kutumbam, He is the Pita, He is the Mata, He is the Adi Guru. So He knows what to give when. So we need not ask Him, give me that, give me this. Even if you desire, it's not wrong. He might give you whether in this life or in next life based on the requirement. So but we should not be get attached. Ye mujhe today if I have this a huge valued car, then only I'll be happy. Otherwise, my santosh nahi milta. You should not feel like that. If you get it, you enjoy it. If you don't get it also, you be happy. Whatever happens, it is for good only. So, liberation means freedom from the cycle of reactionary work. Because here, totally there are 84 lakhs different living beings. I am not telling population, different living beings like right from ant to Chaturmukha Brahma. Different things. Pashu, Pakshi, Vruksh, Sabhi rehte. So, in this life cycle, we will be undergoing many births and deaths. In the present life, we have one parent, mother and father. But we had so many lakhs of parents in our earlier births. We don't remember them. In Bhagavath Katha, there is one shloka. If that shloka is meditated upon 21 lakhs times, you can, 5 lakh times concentratedly, you can go back and recollect 21 of your births. But otherwise, we need not meditate upon that one. When we were in the womb of mother, at 5 months pregnancy, we will be knowing our past, whatever lakhs of births we have taken. Everything we remember. We also see the God personally at that time. This I am not telling out of my this thing. This everything from the scriptures only. Everything comes from scriptures. We remember everything that time. We see the God also. We make promises, but once we are delivered from the mother's body, we get attracted to this world, nature, and by the attraction to nature, we desire so many nonsense which are temporary. We require those things for living purpose, but be content with what is sufficient. Don't over desire it and just storing lot of wealth in the Almera. No, we do not know whether our children will take it or somebody will loot it or government come and take away in the form of taxes or raids and other things. So we do not know. For their purpose, we will be doing lot of hardship and other things, but otherwise we are getting accumulation of sin. Only in this human life we can make good bad deeds and good deeds. No other Pashu, Pakshi, animals, all those things they cannot perform. Whatever they have performed in their human life, since they are suffering now. So that we should avoid sins. Similarly, if we make good deeds also, what happens if we make good deeds? We'll go to some heavenly planets. Once that is over, we can't replenish sin over there. Once it exhausts, we'll come back, take life here. During human life, we must have committed both sins and good deeds. For good deeds, we go there. Again, to suffer bad deeds, we take some other birth over here. This human life, we got it by chance. God has given us an opportunity with very, very, very great difficulties. As I told you now earlier, we have entered into lot of lakhs of sufferings, animal life, insects, so many things. That also not once or twice. Chimte ke jaise we must have taken some 1,000 times or lakh of times. Machi, Makka, Savi, everything we must have taken so many times. So we do not know how many times we have taken. After very great difficulty, God, out of sympathy, He has given, okay, let me try. I will give him a human birth now. If he does a good service, he will come back to me. Because apna कोई संतान बाहर रहते, whether they're अमेरिका और ऑस्ट्रेलिया और यूके, we will be thinking, अरे ये मेरा पुत्र कभी वापस लौट आएंगे, मेरा पुत्र वधु कभी आएंगे, मेरा पुत्री कभी आएंगे. We will be waiting for that one. Similarly, because we are all God's children, उन्होंने अरे ये संतान पूरा मेरा है, when he will come back to me, when he will reach me, he will be very happy if we reach there. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna Bhagwan has told to Arjuna, well, actually that Bhagavad Gita was not recited for Arjuna's purpose. Unko Kali, he made him only just nimit matra bana ke for our purpose in the Kali Yuga, for us to understand. He has told those instructions to Arjuna. But there, that what he has told Krishna Paramatma, out of these crores and crores of living beings, some lakhs will either through scriptures or Bhagavad Gita or Bhagavatam, whatever it is, they will realize God, Supreme God is there. And out of those lakhs, only some few thousands will try to for liberation. Among the thousands, only some 2 or 3 will be liberated. But God will be very happy even to receive those 2 or 3 only to his back to Godhead. So, उसीलिए we should always remember God, so that at the end of our life we will remember Him and leave this world. If we remember Him and leave this world, we would go back to our original home that is there. In the present life, we might be having a palatial building and lot of wealth, everything, but they are all temporary. They will never come. Even a mustard size, grain size, something, anything will not come with us. So even the clothes, what we are wearing, when the dead body is taken for cremation, buried, they tear off everything. They threw it, just only the naked body will go to the this earth in the form of burial or cremation. So when nothing is going to come with us, we should never be attached to these things. Be happy with whatever you get. If you don't get anything, don't be for that one. In Bhagavad Gita, Krishna said, Samadukha Sukha Kshabi. Whether you have dukkha or sukha, you treat it equally. In Ramayana, Rama, when he was said that he would be made Yuvaraja prince, everything was arranged. Rama came from his Antaspura to Dasharatha, thinking that, because he was called there, thinking that he will be prince next day morning. He was seeing all those things, he felt very happy. But in the return, when Dasharatha said, you need to go to forest as per Kaikeyi, he went back. But seeing that one, he never felt wept for that one. अरे ये पूरा मेरे लिए अरेंज करे थे, ये पूरा आयोजन किए थे, अब मैं युवराज नहीं बन रहा हूँ. He will never felt. He was also happy at that time. Oh, this my brother, मेरा अनुज भरत ने युवराजा बन रहे हैं और उनके लिए सभी उनके उपयोग होंगे. He was happy like that also. Rama himself is the supreme God. Otherwise, as in a human form, he never felt weeping like that when he was going back. Going to forest also, he took it as a picnic. जैसे हम पिकनिक जाने के लिए बहुत आनंद से जाते हैं, he never सीता माता को लेने के लिए उनके लिए तो बताइए वहाँ, if you come along with me, you will find all demons, wild creatures, you will suffer a lot, you have to sleep on the ground, on kusha grass, everything. But Sita Mata also said, no, I would like to share happiness with you, whatever if you find it happiness, even I feel happiness. उस तरह उन्होंने साथ में गए थे. उसीलिए Rama, even the hardships encountered in Vanvasa, he took it very happily as a picnic. So even we should get detached with all these materialistic attachments, and we should remember God every time. You live in this world, earn. It is not that you should not earn. You have to earn. Everybody has to earn for living purpose. Nothing comes free. Somebody in the supermarket or outside, they say, you buy 2, get 1 free. Nothing is free. It's only to attract us, they say that. Even but that third item is also served in a different way. Either they increase the price or they take in a different way. But they are charging for that one also. Only for attraction they do that one. So when we have to pay for everything, you have to earn. I don't say you don't earn. So this liberation actively follows for one who constantly remembers the transcendental pastimes of the personality of Godhead. This Godhead, Supreme God, उनके लिए भगवान, he has taken many incarnations. It's not just Dasavatara. Dasavatara is only a broad 10 incarnations what we know. But there are several thousands of avatars, incarnations. Right? If you hear this Bhagavatam, right from the beginning to the end of 12th Skanda, you will know many incarnations. Like Hayagira incarnation, Hamsa Avatara, all those things. But when you understand all those things, you remember those things, whatever you are hearing here. How to remember? Just not by reading the books and all those things. Whatever you are here. Because again, reading the books and understanding is a great difficulty in this Kali Yuga. Because we don't understand the single word of that Sanskrit sloka. Fortunately for us, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, Srila Prabhupada and other acharyas, they have given us the translations. So, reading these translations also will take a lot of time. We have to go to our works and business place or whatever it is for earnings. So, for that reason, when you hear all these things in like this satsang, these things, to remember that one, when you go back to your home or office or business place, you tell your old parents who can't come here, because of age they can't come here. Or children, they are kids, they go to school, they can't also come. So whenever you find free time, you, instead of speaking something nonsense, whatever you have heard here, you speak to them. उनसे वो सब जो भी आप यहाँ सुने हैं, वो सब उनको सुनाइए. Like that, you are doing preaching and also you are remembering. See, if you want to buy something, you have to pay. If you want to impart knowledge, you need not pay anything. जो भी ज्ञान आपके मन में है, that only you will be telling to them. So you are not paying anything. You are not losing anything. आपके पास 1 लाख रुपए किसी को दिए तो लाख रुपए पूरा खर्चा हो जाएंगे. But the knowledge what you are having in your mind, what you have heard here, if you tell it to your parents, children, friends, relatives, what's happening is you are remembering, as well as this knowledge will remain there only. You will never forget it. It will be there in your memory. So you practice like that one, so that you will be glorifying the God with everybody. This is because all the activities of Supreme Lord, His Leela, are transcendental to the modes of material energy. Bhagwan ka Shakti, it is transcendental energy, it's not this material energy. और when कृष्ण परमात्मा ने गोलोक वृंदावन से यहाँ अवतार लिए, कृष्ण भगवान से अवतार लिए थे द्वापर युग में, he has exhibited lot of various which normal human being can't do. At the age of 7 years, he lifted Govardhan hill on a little finger and held it for 7 days. When Putana, the demon, came, he was just 3 months baby, sucking the milk from her breast. He killed that Putana, poor demon. This nature is like Putana. Whatever desires we are attracted, they are like the milk from the breast of Putana. We are attracted with this Putana. Like Krishna killed Putana. Like that, we should all renunciate this. By getting detached with these material things, we should kill that Putana, the nature. Nature is good, nature is not bad. Whatever bad things are there, we have to renunciate. Like that, we have to come out of this thing. So, they are all attractive spiritual activities. Whatever glories of Supreme Lord is there, they are very attractive. And therefore, constant association with the spiritual activities of Supreme Lord gradually spiritualizes the conditioned soul and ultimately serves the knot of material bondage. See, हमें ऐसा सत्संग में, it's not that you once in a while you come and go away. This Bhagavatam takes place every day morning between 8:30 and 9:30, and Mahabharata is there between 6 and 7 in the evening on Tuesdays and Wednesdays, and Ramayana on Thursdays. you make time and attend this satsang so that you will know so many things. And you will, earlier as I told you, spider, makda ne jala banata hai. वो जाला ने, it's knitted with lot of knots, complicated knots. You can't see the knots. वो यदि आप, we human beings what we do is dust, जाला बन गया, dust बन गए बोल के झाड़ू लेके मार देते, लेकिन वो उसमें जो मकड़ा रहते वो दूसरे बाजू लेकर और एक बनाते. सेम knitted knot, very complicated. अपना जीवन भी उसी तरह है, मकड़े के जाले के जैसे है. We are not, our all desires are knotted like a web, and we cannot come out of that one. To come out of that one, you need to associate in such satsang, understand the spirituality. Also, you do your karma. It's not that you should not do your karma. Doing your karma, while doing your karma, remember the God the way I told you. Speak all these glories, whatever you heard here, to your parents, children, friends, relatives, like that. You try to get out of this web in life, so that we will be qualified for liberation. Again, moksha milta, nahi milta, it's again his blessings. We can't, we desire, but he might give or he might not give. Bharata, with all desires, he went into the forest to bring back Rama, to crown him as Maharaja. But what Rama has done, he gave his paduka, उनके जूते दे के वापस भेज दिए, जाओ बोल के. Similarly, you seek moksha, but God might give you some other service. So, it is all his blessings by which we will be liberated. But we need to qualify for that purpose. Until you have a qualification. See, even if you go for some outside, some doing job, it needs some PhD or medical qualification or engineering qualification. If you go with just intermediate, or you become a lawyer and you go there, you can't get that engineering profession degree or post or medical post like that. You have to be a qualified person. Similarly, for getting moksha, you need to be qualified. You need to be qualified. For that one, only just remembering God's name is important. Liberation from material bondage is therefore a byproduct of devotional service. As I told you, it is not a product. You are doing something, you are getting it. I am telling you it's only byproduct, because for that one, to get that byproduct, blessings of Krishna is required. But you need to develop that remembering God. Attainment of spiritual knowledge is not sufficient to ensure liberation. Just getting this knowledge is not an insurance. Because even you make some insurance, you don't get all the claims what you make. They see whether you are eligible for such, that insurance or not. So many restrictions will be there. It's not 100% insurance is there. For everything, they say, no, this is not there, you get that one, this one. And finally, to avoid everything, you are not eligible for this one. If you are you have applied for a lakh of rupees, they will give you some 1,000 or 2,000 or 10,000. Like that, you will not be eligible. Similarly, just attaining this knowledge, getting this knowledge is not fully insured. For that one, you have to do lot of processes there. Such knowledge will be overcoated with the devotional service, so that ultimately the devotional service alone predominates. Again here, devotional service means it's not that you need to come to temple as the pujari does all the rituals, you need to do that one. Or at home itself, we have a temple, you will be doing all those Argyam, Padyam rituals, all those things. All those things, if it is possible, you do. I don't say you shouldn't do. If it is possible, you have time, you do. Otherwise, see, whatever you hear, you convey to others. That is also a devotional service. You help somebody in the society. See, here we should not say, please protect me. You should always say, Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu. When you say Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu, this creation is not one creation. It is Akhila Kota Brahmanda. There are so many crores of universes are there. So many in this Milky Way, Kshira Samudra, Milky Way ocean. In the Milky Way ocean, even scientists also agree Milky Way ocean. In the Milky Ocean, there are so many planets out there. Similarly, crores of planets are there. When Samasta Loka means all planets, all universes. Samasta Loka Sukhino Bhavantu means when everyone are benefited, you are also one of them in that Loka. So automatically you will be benefited. You need not specifically ask for that. Selfishness should not be there. You should leave that selfishness. You should see benefit for every living being, not only human being, every living being. Whether it is animal, bird, tree, even tree is a living bird. We should live like a tree, actually. You know, tree, it has no desire. It has no desire. But at the same time, if you go and sit under the tree, it gives you shelter from rain and sun. It gives you pure oxygen, and it takes the adulterated, polluted carbon dioxide what you inhale, exhale. And whatever fruits, vegetables, you get it, you pluck. Tree will never say, you know, don't pluck it, it is mine. It will never say you don't pluck. Whatever flowers you take it, either for worshipping God or for decorating yourself or decorating home, you pluck it. And after that one, all the leaves are like mango leaves, all those things we take and decorate. Similarly, after doing all those things, we cut off the branches, use it as a firewood or use for furniture. Like that, we take everything, but tree will never say you don't do. Like that, tree does not have any desires, but it is also a living being. That is the reason it is giving us all these fruits, vegetables, etc. So, we need to lead a life like a tree without any desires. We have to help each and everyone without troubling any creature, whether it is a human being or animals or tree, whatever it is. Karma overcoated with devotional service is called Karma Yoga. Again here, today yoga means there are so many yogas taking place everywhere, doing all those feats and all those things. That is not yoga. That is only exercise for your body. Yoga means whatever actions you are doing, karma. It is known in Bhagavath Katha, each adhyaya, there are 18 adhyayas, each of them has its own name. Like Karma Yoga, Gnana Yoga, the Bhakti Yoga, Gnana Vinagga Yoga, like that, all each and every parva is mentioned as yogas. Understanding them and following them is yoga. That is yoga, real yoga. So whatever we are doing, we are all karma yogas. In this living, everyone has to do karma. Without doing karma, nobody, even monks, sannyasis, everybody, without karma yoga, they cannot do. Hare Krishna. Now it will open for darshan. You can have darshan and sit and continue for the class till 9:30. Similarly, empirical knowledge overcoated with devotional service is called Gnana Yoga. So, as I told you, this Hare Krishna. Similarly, whenever this Gnana Yoga, whatever knowledge you acquire here, you do it as a devotional service, spreading this knowledge to at your home, in the family circle, or to his friend circle or relatives. That is a devotional service. That is known as Gnana Yoga. But pure Bhakti Yoga is independent of such karma and gnana, because it alone cannot only endow one with liberation from conditional life, but also award one transcendental loving service of the God. Like, see, this Bhakti Yoga is nothing different. But when you are affectionate to your mother and parents, it is known as Pitru Prema or Matru Prema. It is a Vatsalya. Again, the affection you show it to your children, that is called Putra Prema. And when it is between wife and husband, it is Kama. Similarly, the same affection, love, what you show to God is known as Bhakti. Bhakti is nothing, it's only word used as for the affection we show in the God. You can all sit. Please sit down. You can have darshan and sit down. Bhakti pure is independent of karma and gnana. Therefore, any sensible man who is above the average man with a poor fund of knowledge must constantly remember the personality of God. So to be in this Bhakti Yoga, You need to be affectionate to the God also. You have to do His services. You remember. So remember Him while you can chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra while bathing, while cooking, while eating, while traveling, while driving, while doing a work at office or business place. Like that. That is itself is a devotional service. Not that you need to stay at temple or your temple at home itself. You just sit and do meditation. That is not the devotion. It is not highly impossible. You cannot do. You will be a failure. If you try to do that one, you will be failure because you are in the family circle. You have to take care of your old age parents. You have to take care of your own children, wife or husband, whatever it is. So you need to work. So while doing your karma, you remember God. That itself is a devotional service. And contrary, remember the personality of God by hearing about Him, by glorifying Him. Hearing is participating in the satsang. Glorifying is again repeating the whatever you heard. You repeat it to your family and others, friends and relatives. That is glorifying. By again remembering Him, another way of His devotional service, by chanting yourself, whether loudly or in your mind itself. At certain places we can't chant loudly. At your business place or office. At that time while doing your work, you remember Him in your mind. At home, you can do it loudly also. Because God has given us this mouth and this Shakti to talk loudly. You need to, as we speak to others loudly, similarly this chant is Hare Krishna Mantra also loudly. The Goswamis of Vrindavana who were authorized by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to preach the Bhakti cult. This Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is a devotee of Krishna. Again, he himself is Krishna. He is nothing different. In Treta Yuga, Rama has incarnated as a human form, Supreme God. In Dwapara Yuga, Krishna himself has incarnated as Krishna. And Rama tried to follow as a human form how to respect elders, how to behave with parents, wife, children, with animals, birds like Jatayu, monkeys, everything. But no, people could understand a little. But then during that time, they followed. After when Rama returned back to his Parandama, everybody forgot. They were doing their own activities. And again, Krishna Paramatma during Dwapara Yuga when he incarnated, he tried to instruct many times to everyone, but nobody questioned him. Krishna was with thousands of gopikas in thousands of forms. Everybody thought he's a mystic boy. Everybody enjoyed Krishna, but they never asked, who are you? Because each gopi is having Krishna with her, but they never asked him. When Mother Yashoda saw all the universe in her mouth, she never inquired. It was only a mystic thing. Like that, everybody. That's the reason Krishna made Kali Yuga is coming in a very short period. All the people should be benefited with Bhagavad Gita. He held Arjuna as a nimitta and explained the entire Bhagavad Gita to him. And he has shown more than 10 times Vishwarupa in different forms. Nobody questioned him. So like that, in Kali Yuga, Krishna thought, these people, they will never understand me if I make instructions like this. So he himself incarnated as Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, about 600 to 700 years back, and he has given us the Hare Krishna Mahamantra. And we have so many other Narayana mantras, Krishna mantras, Ashtakshari Mahamantra is there, Dwadakshari Mantra is there, so many mantras is there. But they have rules and regulation to follow. We need to follow with restricted time and use. But whereas this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, you can chant 24 hours into 7 days, into 365 days. And into 100 years, if we are living for 100 years. So like that, you can chant any time. Because in Kali Yuga, we have very less time. We will be in very high. Nobody should mistake me, but here you can see, few people will sit and hear to the end. Some people they will come and have darshan and go away. Some people will stay for a few minutes because they are behind the time. Because they are attached to the work over there. Even that has to be completed. So for that purpose, since in Kali Yuga we don't have time, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was great in giving us this Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which Prabhupada has also advised us to follow this one. And he has advised, if it is possible, we need to do 64 rounds, otherwise 32 rounds or 16 rounds or at least one round. What is one round? Holding the Japamala with us 108 beats. This 108 beats, we need to chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra at least one round a day. See this Mahamantra for chanting 108 times, hardly it takes 15 minutes time in first 2-3 days or a week. After 1 week time, once you are practiced, hardly it takes 8 to 10 minutes. In your life, you should be prepared to spare this 8 minutes to chant this Hare Krishna Mahamantra at home or any place. Wherever you are find, you do it 108 times. And then without beats, while in the workplace or while driving you can't count the beats. While driving or while traveling, because so many people will be there. You may not be able to do chanting on the beats. You just remember Hare Krishna Mahamantra. It is possible you do on beats. It is not wrong. That is also very much correct. If it is not possible, just remember Hare Krishna Mahamantra. They have chalked out ways for all classes of men in terms of different castes and orders of life in pursuance of the teachings of Srimad Bhagavatam. Again, this Srimad Bhagavatam is not meant only for Brahmins. Again here Brahmins, Kshatriya, Vaishya, Shudra, they are for doing their professions, not for by birth. By birth, somebody can be some other caste, but by following this practice, he can become a Brahmin. Brahmin become a Shudra also. That is different. So overall, in the teaching line, preaching line, or this worship, they are all Brahmins. They like IAS officers, ministers, Prime Minister, President, they are all Kshatriyas. The clerical staff in the secretariat, the business people, farmers, agriculturists, they are all Vaishyas. The laborers who help all these three classes, they are known as Shudras. Otherwise, today we have a lot of complication. Government has created, because again in Shudra class also they said A, B, C, D, B, C, scheduled caste, so many castes, they have complicated. So none of them, whether those the earlier 4 classes or the present thousands of classes divided by the government, none of them are not unqualified. Everyone are qualified to hear Mahabharata, Ramayana, to hear Vedas, to hear Bhagavatam. They are all qualified. They are all qualified. They can also practice by continuously participating, associating this one. God is equal to everyone. It's not that God is more to Brahmins or something less to Kshatriya. He is equal to everyone. If a net is spread over in the water, can you tell me so many fishes will come into that one and others will be saved? Tell me who are saved? Who are under this thing, net? When you put this as the fisherman, whoever comes near this fisherman's feet in the water, fisherman, he puts both his feet in the water to catch the fish and he spreads the net. When he spreads the net, some out of thousands of fishes, some maybe a few hundreds will get into that and few hundred will float in the water near the feet of the fisherman. Those fishes which have come under the feet of a fisherman, they are saved. Those fishes which have come in the net, they will be suffering, they will be killed. But the fisher will take it out and he will kill it. Or he will sell it and somebody will kill it. Only the fishes which have come under the feet has been saved. Similarly, when we surrender to God, you don't desire anything. If you have desire, you desire. That is not also wrong, but you need not desire. He knows what to give, when to give. He will award you. You should never expect any reward from the God. He knows what is to be given. He will give at an appropriate time. If it is not appropriate time, what happens? You will misuse it and it goes waste. If it has come to your real purpose, means you need to wait. So, like that, this Bhagavatam, scriptures, all these things, you are eligible to hear these things. 4 things you should remember. One thing, you should gain knowledge by participating in this satsang. Not only here, wherever in temple, which is about telling about Supreme God. Krishna in whatever incarnation, like Narsimha, Rama, Krishna or Srinivasa, you need to have gained that knowledge. Otherwise, glorifying. How to glorify? Whatever you heard here, you preach it to your family, to parents, children, friends, relatives. Don't speak nonsense with your friends. What is there you gain? What you gain by chatting about some movies or some hero or heroine? Nothing. You're not going to. You're just wasting time. Instead of wasting time, you this will become a preaching for you. Also, by doing this preaching, you will memorize it. You need not read 100 times. You will remember. You will memorize it like that. And remembering while working this chanting Hare Krishna mantra, that is another process. Like that, throughout your life, if you do that one, at the end of our life, we do not know what way we will lose our life. In Bhagavath Katha, Krishna himself has told Arjuna, this life, when we will take birth or when we will go away, nobody knows. Nobody knows. He will tell. So, when we do not know, in this 100 years life of Kali Yuga, a child might die immediately after birth, or just before marriage can die, or some people out of accident or something on this part, the ambulance is going on, we do not know what had happened, somebody might die, or out of old age, with disease, will leave. What is death? Can you tell me? Can you tell me what is birth and what is death? See, when the clothes are worn out or it dirt, we remove these clothes, take the new clothes. Similarly, when this body is diseased or unfit for the soul is different, body is different. That soul, it is the spark of our hair, tip of hair cut into 10,000 times. You cut your hair tip 10,000 times, see under the microscope, you can't see. That part is the Atma, soul. Because that soul is there in our heart, this entire body is working. Once that precise soul, that Sukshma Roop mein hai, when it goes out of this body is a waste. Parsis, they throw it into the outside for the crows to come and feed on it. Otherwise, in all other this thing, they either bury it or cremate it. It's like that, this body is waste. Like putting all dirt at home in a garbage, this body also becomes a dirt. Again it goes, it becomes different things in earth. This body is made of 5 things. Earth, 1, Prithvi, then again Akasha, sky. Because of Akash, sky, what is this body is made up of? We are able to speak and we are able to listen. Dhvani. So again, Agni, in our stomach, fire is there. You can't see it, but whatever you are eating, that Jataragni, it is not Jataragni, that will digest. Digestion is taking place of Jataragni. Again, water is there in the form of blood and pus and all those things. Water is there. Like 5 things are there in our body. All these things, when they bury it or cremate it, they disintegrate into those things and go away. Only this Atma is eternal. This Atma is eternal. It has no birth and death. It had birth when the creation was made by Supreme God. Again, Supreme God is not having beginning or end. He is always there. Even after Pralaya also, we are all in his stomach. During creation, we all come out of it. We all come out of it. Again, this birth and death. So, like removing these clothes and taking new clothes, when this body is diseased or not fit for that one, Atma goes into other world. Which body? Depends upon you. What karma you make. If you make good karma, you take a divine body and go to heavenly planets. If you make bad karma, you take animal life or hell or tree life, like that we will be taking birth. Again, liberation is totally different. Liberation means going back to any of the Vaikunthas in the multi-universe. These many crores and crores of universes are there, not one Milky Ocean. There are many Milky Oceans. In each Milky Ocean, there are many planets. In every Milky Ocean, there is one Vaikuntha. Going back to Vaikuntha is the moksha, or going back to Golaka Vrindana, ultimate. But we should be lucky to go to Vaikuntha. So, you take any birth, you come back again in the 84 lakh different living beings. To avoid that one, we need to remember God. Because if we are in coma stage, we will not be able to chant while before living. Even if we are handicapped or in old age, we will lose all our power. Shakti we will not have, we will not remember Him. For that reason, we need to practice right from the childhood. Right from the childhood, we need to practice. So, now for today's Bhagavatam class, we are one verse we have completed, the 15th verse of 2nd chapter in the Bhagavatam of first Canto. We shall retire for today here. We will chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra for some time before that, and then we will disperse for today. Again, tomorrow morning at 8:30 to 9:30 we have Bhagavatam class in English. Evenings we have Tuesdays and Wednesdays Mahabharatam in Hindi. Thursday is Ramayana. So we will chant the Hare Krishna Mahamantra before dispersing. Please all loudly chant Hare Krishna Mahamantra with me, because it is recorded. You can see later in the YouTube channel also. Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda. Hare Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama 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 Hare Hare Swasti Prabhantyam Nyayena Margena Mahi Maishaha Goshu Shumasu Nityam Samasta Loka Sukino Bhavantu Kayena Vacha Manasendrupya Buddhyatpate Swabhavat Karomi Yetyat Prasmai Narayanati Sarpayami Srimanatha Sarvam Krishnartavastu Mangalam Vitya Mangalam Jai Sri Radha Gopinath ki Jai Sri Jagannath Baldeva Subhadramai ki Jai Sri Nrsimha Bhagwan ki Jai Sri Prahlad Maharaj ki Jai Sri Chaitanya Mahaprabhu ki Jai Sri Panchatattva ki Jai Sri Hare Krishna Mahamantra ki Jai Sri Prabhupada ki Hare Krishna.